So this video has been requested by many people over the years of doing this, and I have never got around to it. I just, it's one of those things that takes a lot of planning. I just never really dove into it. You know, I probably should have. Since they did release 2 new bars to their lineup, I figured, you know, now's a good time before they release another 80 bars to their lineup. I figured why not do it now? So I'm gonna give you a ranking of my least to favorite bars by Dr. Squatch in the lineup, not their limited editions. They've come out with way too many. I have not tried every single Dr. Squatch bar that they have as of right now, so I figured why not start with the main lineup since they're here to stay and they're gonna be available, you know, permanently from now on. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into my rankings video of my least to favorite Dr. Squatch bar right after this. All right, guys, so I'm gonna try to get through this as fast as I can. But first off, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, then welcome back. It's good to see you. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into this rankings video. All right, coming in at 21 is going to be Cold Brew Cleanse. Now, I feel like this bar, they could have done a lot with. You know, you don't really smell a lot of coffee scented bars, but I feel like they could have done a lot with this bar. This has been one of the bars that they've had since the beginning, and I feel like the exfoliation is a little too strong. I feel like it has more of a vanilla scent than an actual coffee scent, and I believe it has coffee grounds in it. And for some reason, when these bars sit now, I don't know, they start to discolor. But I get more of a vanilla scent in this than I do coffee. So to me, if you're gonna name it Cold Brew Cleanse, I feel like it should veer more towards a coffee scent. I feel like this has more of a vanilla scent, and the exfoliation for me is just way too strong, and that's why it makes the last on my list. Coming in at number 20 is going to be Coastal Mist. Now, when I first started making this rankings video, this was a lot higher on my list, but after smelling it and trying it again, I'm gonna have to agree with Gary. This actually does have a fish scent to it, and now I can't unsmell it. I cannot unsmell the fishy smell. It has a very weird after scent. It has I don't know, it's just the after scent really turns you off. Now, as far as like the performance on this bar, I feel like the lather's fantastic. I feel like it does well in the shower, it does what it's supposed to, but the scent is just really weird. It has a really weird after scent. And after smelling it again, I cannot unsmell that fishy scent. So that's why it's at number 20. All right, coming in at number 19 is going to be Summer Citrus. Now, Summer Citrus replaced Cedar Citrus. And I feel like Cedar Citrus had more of the smell was kind of, it wasn't really there on Cedar Citrus. I feel like the scent on Cedar Citrus was very weak. And they replaced it with Summer Citrus, and I feel like this one has a really strong, cleaner smell, like the lemon orange pine salt. That's exactly what it smells like. It's very synthetic smelling. Cedar Citrus was not a favorite bar of mine either, but I feel like this one was a downgrade because it just feels too synthetic. It smells horrible. I cannot stand this smell, but it smells better than Coastal Mist, so that's why it's at number 19. Coming in at number 18 is going to be Alpine Sage. Now, Alpine Sage is not really talked about a lot. I feel like Alpine Sage is more of just like your basic bar. It doesn't have like necessarily a horrible smell. It's just there's not much of a smell. And the little smell you do get, it kind of smells a little bit like lavender. That's what I get. I get like a lavender herby scent, but it's not too loud, but it's there, but it's very faint, and it has no color to it, and it almost looks like deep sea goat's milk, you know. So it's just a really strong lather scent, so it can be a calming scent depending on your mood. I feel like this is a perfect bar for you if you're really looking for that more relaxed aroma, I feel like Alpine Sage is the perfect bar for you. But for me, it comes in at number 18. All right, coming in at number 17, one of the brand new bars going to be Mountain Meadow. Now, Mountain Meadow to me, it smells like a bar that they've come out with before. So to me, this scent reminds me of like Raptor Rush and Summer Citrus mixed together. It has like that floral scent. It has a mixture of like freshness, like grass almost. But you can definitely smell like, it's definitely got a fresh scent to it, but it's not one of my favorites. It's kind of more on the, as far as the color goes though, the color is really cool. I like the color of the bar. Some of these bars are colored, some of these have designs, some of these are swirls, some of these are just plain bars. It's not horrible. I wouldn't say that it's as bad as Summer Citrus, but you can definitely smell like that slight synthetic fragrance in the back. And that's why it comes in at number 17. All right, coming in at number 16, which I know a lot of people may say something, but for me, it's going to be Pine Tar. Now, for me personally, I am not a huge fan of Pine Tar bars. A lot of people like Pine Tar, you know, that's good. It's good for you, but for me personally, I don't like Pine Tar. And I feel like the exfoliation in this bar is super strong for one. And I believe it's wood chips is what the exfoliation is. But to me, I don't care for Pine Tar bars. Now, I wouldn't say that it's horrible. I wouldn't say that it's the worst bar. If I was to compare it to all the other Pine Tar bars that the other companies have released, then I feel this particular one is definitely the best by far when it comes to scent. I feel like it smells the most piney out of all of them, and I feel like it just has the better pine scent compared to other companies that I have tried. But for me, as far as this list, it makes it at number 16. All right, coming in at number 15 is going to be Birchwood Breeze. Me, I feel like Birchwood Breeze was different when it released. I know there are certain people that don't like it. I wouldn't say it's a favorite for most people. I feel like the exfoliation was nice. I feel like it's not super strong. It's more like a gentle exfoliation because they use sand, which has smaller particles. And to me, I feel like the shower experience with this particular bar was better than the other exfoliating bars because of the exfoliation not being so strong. As far as the scent, I feel like it's not the best scent, but it's definitely not the worst. So it's kind of like near the middle for me. So I feel like it's slightly been altered since I tried it the first time. So that's one thing I did notice. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be if you did like the original scent. And that's one thing I noticed with Dr. Squatch is a lot of their scents do change over time. I feel like their scents either get weaker, stronger, or they completely change the formula. And that can be good, bad, or whatever. You know, it's not nothing special, but it makes it number 15 for me. All right, coming in at number 14 is going to be Grapefruit IPA. So this one definitely has a really good grapefruit scent to it, and I feel like if you're a big fan of grapefruit, I think that you would really like this scent. And I love the lather and the experience I have with this scent in the shower. It's definitely on the better side when it comes to the scents, you know, compared to the other ones I've already talked about. The only other company I've tried that had a grapefruit scent was Sudsy Bear, and I feel like their grapefruit bar was decent. It wasn't bad. I feel like Dr. Squatch's bar is slightly better, but I said it's not a horrible bar, but it's definitely above the other bars I've already mentioned. So this is going to make it at number 14. All right, coming in number 13, another new bar. It's going to be Lumberjack Lodge. So this one kind of looks like Summer Citrus as far as like the colors. So this bar right here, I'm not really familiar with as far as like the experience. I can tell you right now, when I first smelled this bar, it reminded me of Brick of the Brave. That's exactly what it smells like. It's supposed to have like a walnut shells and maple. I don't really get a lot of maple in it. I mean, I have smelled maple bars, and I have to say it almost smells like a pine needle, like a, I don't know, it has like a fresh, clean outdoor smell. I thought Break of the Brave was a decent bar, but as far as like scent profile, it definitely is going to be number 13 for me. So coming in at number 12 is going to be Rainforest Rapids. So this one, I believe, replaced Eucalyptus Greek Yogurt. They did get rid of Eucalyptus Greek Yogurt, and they released this one. And to me, this one kind of has like a lemon detergent smell. It does have like that kind of like that synthetic smell to it, but for some reason I like it. I don't know why. I like the freshness of it. I feel like it has a very clean scent to it, but I feel like it really opens up in the shower. I feel like it lingers on your skin pretty well. I like it. I don't know. It's very appealing to me. That's going to be my number 12. All right, coming to number 11 is going to be spearmint basil. So I feel like spearmint basil isn't talked about much. I feel like it's more on the lower ends when it comes to Dr. Squatch. You don't even really see it in the store very much. But I feel like spearmint basil's definitely got some great potential when it comes to scent. It kind of looks like the Cowabunga Cleanse bar. It has those little pieces of basil that Cowabunga Cleanse came out with, that horrible Ninja Turtle bar. But I feel like this one has a really, really strong spearmint smell. And I feel like it really opens up in the shower. And it has a really good minty smell to it. And I feel like it's not overpowering. I feel like the balance is perfect when it comes to the scent and just everything about it. And it really opens up your sinuses. It has a very strong spearmint oil just lingering in there, and you can smell it. I just like this. I like this scent. I really do. That's going to be my number 11. All right, let's keep it going. We're going down. We're down to the top 10. All right, so let's go ahead and have number 10. Okay, let's do it. Okay, number 10 is going to be Coconut Castaway. Now, when I first smelled this scent, I felt like Coconut Castaway had a weird, like a rubber smell to it. I felt like it was very rubbery. I almost felt like they kind of tweaked it a little bit to kind of get it to not smell like that. But I feel like this bar right here has really changed. I feel like they did something different to it. So I feel like it does have a more of a coconut smell to it. It's definitely got a pretty tropical smell to it that kind of, I don't know, it smells very coconutty. If you're a fan of Coconut Castaway is definitely a bar to try, because I feel like this has a great tropical smell to it. And I feel like it really opens up in the shower, and it leaves your skin feeling really good. It has coconut shreds, but it says light grit, but I really don't feel the grit on it. I'm guessing it's the coconut shreds, but it's definitely a bar to try. But this is going to be my number 10. All right, coming to number 9 is going to be Bay Rum. Now, Bay Rum is another one of those scents that's been around since the beginning. And I feel like Bay Rum is another bar that doesn't get talked about a bunch. I feel like Bay Rum has a very nice like undertone of cinnamon and spice, and it's just a very well balanced like tropical bar. The deodorant itself has like a juicy fruit scent to it. I don't really get that with the bar. But as far as like the bar itself, it has I feel like the bar just really has a nice, like a spice to it that's very pleasant to the nose. And I really like this scent. I know this is another scent that a lot of companies try to make, and I feel like everybody does it differently. But I still feel that Dr. Squatch's Bay Rum still, well, it's a pretty close one between this one and Sudsy Bear. I feel like Sudsy Bear's Bear Rum, I think it's called, their Bay Rum scent is actually better than Dr. Squatch in my opinion. But I still think that Bay Rum is a really good scent, and that's why it makes it in my top 10. All right, coming in number 8 is going to be Sandalwood Summit. So Sandalwood Summit was released last year, I believe. I feel like this bar right here is a recycled scent of Brick of the Dead. Brick of the Dead was another popular bar that Dr. Squatch has come out with, but I think they're still making it. But I feel like this bar is pretty close when it comes to the scent. It has like a very a slight vanilla scent to it. It smells good. It's very subtle. It's not strong. It's not like a punch in the face. It doesn't smell like super synthetic. And I feel like this scent is very pleasant in the shower, and it doesn't really open up. I wouldn't say that it's really strong, but it definitely, there's something about this scent that just, it smells good. It has a very good undertone of like sandalwood and vanilla. It's definitely a top 10 bar for me. All right, coming in number 7, Cool Fresh. Oh, I don't have the box. Cold Fresh Aloe is going to be number 7. So Cold Fresh Aloe has also been around since the beginning. Now, to me, when I first started using Dr. Squatch, they didn't put real aloe in it. It was aloe fragrance, but now they actually put real aloe in it, is what it says. But I feel like this bar right here is definitely one of their best bars. I have to say, when it comes to this one and Clean Fresh Aloe from Sudsy Bear, I think that one has a slight lead when it comes to scent on the aloe scent. But this one's still a good scent. I've always liked Cool Fresh Aloe. I always feel like it's underrated. I feel like it's definitely worth a try. If you're looking into trying Dr. Squatch, I feel like this is definitely a bar that won't disappoint you. All right, coming in at number 6, Maverick Musk. So Maverick Musk, a lot of people are saying it, but it's a recycled scent of the Batman brick, which I can agree. It has a slight leather scent to it. You definitely get like that leather scent, and I feel like this one is really good. I don't think the exfoliation is as strong as Batman. I feel like Batman had a really strong exfoliation. I don't feel like this one is as strong. But I definitely like this scent. I feel like it's pleasant to the nose. It's not too much. I feel like that leather cologne scent is very well balanced, and I just feel like this is overall a great bar. So for those of you who haven't tried the Batman break, just get this bar, and it's exactly the same in my opinion. All right, coming in at number 5 is going to be Sierra Storm. Now this bar was added not that long ago, I think close about a year. And I feel like Sierra Storm is another recycled scent. It's very similar to Free Solo Scrub. And then they came out with another one not long after that. I know Godzilla is kind of similar to this one. To me, when it comes to like the really strong bars, if you're looking for a bar that sticks to you after the shower, this is a bar to try. I feel like Sierra Storm's scent is so strong, it's so in the face. I feel like it's pretty good. I like the scent for some reason. There's something about that I like. It's super strong, but it's something good. There's something about it that I like. It just has like a very freshness to it. And I don't know, it's very crispy. And it's just, I just feel like overall it has a very good scent to it. I just feel like the scent just lingers on you out the shower, and I feel like that's a plus. I feel like a lot of people like that. The lather's great on it. I just feel like Sierra Storm overall is one of their strongest bars, and it's the best lingering bar that they have, in my opinion. All right, we're getting into our top 4 bars. What's it gonna be? Number 4 is going to be Wood Barrel Bourbon. Now this is another fan favorite by a lot of Dr. Squatch users, because the reason why is because it's very close to the Drunken Pumpkin original. Not the remake, the original. Now this one is very close to Drunken Pumpkin that they released several years ago. And I would say, well, it's not really like Headless Rinse, because Headless Rinse was close to Drunken Pumpkin, but Headless Rinse to me has more of a pineapple. It has more of a fruity smell to it. Well, this one has a very good stout smell to me, and I feel like the grit is kind of strong on this bar. It says medium. I feel like it's kind of strong depending on what bar you get, because sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. I mean, they're not all going to be the same. Now, Drunken Pumpkin, the original, it used to be my favorite bar of all time by Dr. Squatch. That still, to me, holds like number 1. Out of every bar Dr. Squatch has ever released, Drunken Pumpkin, the original, I have not smelt another bar like that since. That bar right there was something special. And they put Wood Barrel to replace it, and that's one reason why it makes it so high on my list, because it's similar to Drunken Pumpkin. And like I said, Drunken Pumpkin was one of my favorite bars, so that's why it makes it in my top 5. All right, coming in number 4 is going to be Fresh Falls. Fresh Falls is probably going to be one of their top selling scents that they have. Fresh Falls is kind of like your typical sporty type smelling soap. It has like a freshness to it, but it's kind of like on the sporty side when it comes to like, I guess what they're trying to portray, because a lot of sports scents kind of veer more towards like freshness, cleanness, water scents. That's what I feel like. So I feel like this one kind of has like that water scent, and you know, It has Alaskan Glacier mineral clay, and I haven't used this bar. It's been sitting, so as you can tell, it's lost some of its color. So originally it's a blue bar, but I feel like Fresh Falls is definitely one of the top scents that Dr. Squatch has ever come out with. And it has been slightly altered since the beginning. So that's one thing I did notice is the scent is still there. It's not the same as it was when it first came out. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's still a good scent, but it's just not, it's not the original. Definitely a top 3 though. All right, coming in number 2, it's going to be Gold Moss. Now, Gold Moss is one of those bars that you do not ever hear anybody talking about. I feel like Gold Moss is definitely one of those bars that's underrated. Gold Moss has a very unique smell to it. This one has definitely been altered since the beginning as well. I feel like this one right here, I feel like it's just slept on when it comes to the Dr. Squatch bars. I don't know. I like this scent. There's something about Gold Moss, and not only that, I feel like the shower experience is even better. I feel like it doesn't necessarily linger on your skin, but it just is something about the experience in the shower. I just feel like Gold Moss is like a top-notch bar that isn't spoken about very much, and I really like this bar. So that's why it makes it at number 2. All right, coming in at number 1. Did anyone guess it? But if you haven't, you might be surprised. You know why? It's because it's another bar that no one talks about. Deep Sea Goat's Milk. Now this to me is the GOAT of Dr. Squatch, because this bar overall, it's just overall as a bar, as a whole, everything, it's fantastic. I mean, the lather is great. It leaves your skin super moisturized. It's just everything about this bar is fantastic. I would say I really liked the Deep Sea Goat's Milk scent when it first came out. And once again, they altered the scent on this one as well. It's not as appealing as it once was, but I'll never forget my first Deep Sea Goat's Milk bar when it had the sticker around the box. That bar right there was something special. I just really liked the way it smelled. There was something about that scent that I really liked. A lot of people don't like. They said it reminded me of like the soap that their grandmas leave on the soap dispenser at their house. Like, I don't smell that. I don't smell the shell soap, but I definitely smell something there. And overall, Dr. Squatch, this bar right here, top notch. Deep Sea Goat's Milk is the winner of all these bars. Now, leave your comments down below. I'm sure some of you are going to have something to say about my rankings video, which it's a rankings video on my opinion. You have your own opinion, list them down below. I want to hear what you have to say and what you think about these bars. Your least favorite, you know? Tell me what your least favorite is, but these are going to be mine. Okay, so if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you stopping by. So I am thinking about doing a complete giveaway of every single bar right here. So if you're interested and you made it this far into the video, then comment down below rankings. I want to see how many people actually made it this far. So comment rankings at the bottom of this video. I'm not making no announcement about no giveaway, but if you made it this far, comment rankings down in the video. And I'm going to be giving away these bars. So, that's going to do it, guys. I hope everybody has a fantastic day today. Y'all take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, until next time. Peace out.